citadel and welcome. VLT. God bless you. We now to HND. HND 1, Pastor and Range Management. HND 1, Pastor and Range Management. Agribusiness. Good luck there for agribusiness. Thank you very much.
I want to welcome each and every one of us of you to this college. And I believe that you are very lucky to have been part of those that scale the hurdles of admission process to be admitted to this great college. I want to assure you that you are in for a very nice time, and you have done the right thing by choosing this college as your place to study. I want to assure you by the time you are graduating from this college, you will be glad. I will be thanking God that you are here to study. This place will be a springboard to other great places that God has destined that you will do. But I must tell you, even if it is ordinary OND that you are able to have, maybe that's the one that you have done, OND of this college will open the gate of wealth for you in Jesus' name. The orientation program, we think it is very, very germane for us to pass you through this important process so that you understand the reasons why you are here. Of course, we still be talking and discussing by the time we get to the matriculation ceremony. But sincerely, it is good. Yoruba has to say, Atokele, and that is why we feel we should welcome you in this big way, and also we should begin to tell you some of the things you will encounter as a result of coming to this place. This is the very first time some of you will be independent. Most of you has been under directives of parents. You will still be under directives of parents and your lecturers, even when they are here. But you have really not stayed on your own. But now that you have independence, please use it wisely.
It's so good to see you. So wonderful to see your radiant faces. Clap your hands for yourself. You, and you. For you. You're welcome. You are the reason why we are here. We are here because of you. So sit down very well, fasten your seatbelts, because you are in for a great time. Great Nigerian students! Africanist Nigerian students! Breakfast program! Breakfast review! Our SPG president, you are destined to have an induction. They have not yet come home with that thing. So I want to appreciate the Provost for the trust he has in the committee to bring this to me. Like I said, in the morning, this is one of its kind. This is the very first time we are having it this way. So thank you very much for the trust you have in us. Right now, we have different segments of the program. We are going now to the opening ceremony. Someone will say, what have we been doing since? We have just been boosting. We have been warming up. Now we're going to the program proper. We have the today opening ceremony in two segments, opening ceremony. Then we are going to have, the opening ceremony, you will have the management, talking to you. Provost will give his speech and all that. I'm not the one anchoring that. I'll soon pass the microphone to the able and the able of that can do that. Then after that, we're going to have our first talk for today. And just believe me, we have different talks for you. Tomorrow again, we have another talk and on. By the time we are running up today, you will be, briefed on what we have for the remaining days. You are going to be here today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. And I'm very sure by the end of Thursday, you surely ask for more. I'm very sure of that.
Of you that have your job admission letter are actually full students of this school. Why? If you do not print your job admission letter, it goes to show that you haven't completed your admission process. And then that means JAMB doesn't have a record of you being our student. For you to complete your admission process, you need to play your own part. You've done your post-student CME, you need to upload your own level to your JAMB portal. If you do not do this, then admission cannot even take place. So I want to enjoin you that you need to tell you also that you need to go to the CBT centers and upload your O level. If after uploading your O level, you still do not have access to your JAMB admission letter, then you might need to see me. So your own part in this whole thing is to upload your O level, and then we'll take it from there. That is one. Then, do we have GPT students here? Are there GPT students here?
GPT students, are you here?
Yes, GPT students also have their own part to play. You need to go to JAMB office to have to do JAMB registration, part-time registration on JAMB. Because if you do not do this, JAMB will not have your record. So you need to go to JAMB office. I'm specifying JAMB office because you cannot do it at CBT centers. JAMB has locked it such that it can only be done in JAMB office. So you need to do this as soon as possible because they change their policies per time. 1, 2, it's not a process that takes place instantaneously. It takes some time so that you can ensure that you have the necessary documentation for the future.
Names when you are being mobilized for your service. So make sure you arrange your names properly, the way you arrange when you were doing your WAEC and your JAMB. If you are bearing Joseph, Ayomide, Ayomiku, make sure it is the same trend. Do not now come and change the way the names were arranged. It means that is another person. It is not the original you. And name spelling. Make sure your names are properly spelled. Some Yusuf have it with single F, while some uses double F. If your own is double F, don't now change it to single. And if your own is single, don't change it to double because those are two different people. Don't make that mistake of spelling. It will affect in the nearest future. And then another thing is no name abbreviation. Please, whichever forms you are given in the department, make sure your names are written in full. Look at the space where you have to write your names. If the space is too small for your name, make sure you squeeze it out. Don't abbreviate because some abbreviations can mean any other name. If you are A can mean Abraham, it can mean Adam, it can mean Ayomide, Ayomiku, Adenike. So please, do not abbreviate your names. Another thing I'll talk on is on the date of birth. There is no column in the NYSC portal for you to now affix your date of birth. The date of birth is from WAEC and from your JAMB portal. So the date of birth you fixed in then when you were writing your WAEC, that is the date of birth JAMB and NYSC will record with. So I believe you guys have your date of birth intact. No changing of date of birth because you were born just once. So please, hold on to that.
Another thing is about our medication. Before you could access anything at the health center, number one, you have to come for your registration, which we have started, and only few of you have responded. As at yesterday when I was going on, I checked, it was only 228 students. Out of all of you, they have responded at the health center by paying their medical fees and by doing their chest x-ray and other necessary things. Please, let's do the needful on time. Because through this registration, you can pick a lot of things. Like one of the students that I personally did registration for yesterday, I picked her. She's a non-diabetic, 17-year-old that has been diagnosed 2 years ago on insulin regimen. So, assuming she wasn't around yesterday, I wouldn't know her case because she can go comatose and they will rush her down. That's a hypoglycemia or something like that. But now we have written it with red biro on her jacket. So if anything should happen, we can quickly pick her once they rush her down. Let's do our registration on time. The essence of that is for us to know your genotype. Example like sickle cell. There are some stressful things they cannot pass through. So we will give them letter for their HOD to exclude them from all those stressful activities.
Student affairs unit is supposed to be an arm and supposed to look after the welfare of all students on campus. And I feel that students should make themselves available and approachable at all times when there are issues that are needed to be addressed. The doors of the student affairs unit is always open. And we have various levels of communication, lines of communication, channels of communication that you can avail yourself of, that you can make use of. we have the Dean of Student Affairs, we have the Sub-Dean, we have the Student Affairs Officers. All these people are there to be able to listen to your case, as the case may be, and then for them to prefer solution where the need arise. When you talk about the channel of communication, we have the Student Union Government, we have your president that has been introduced to you, we have the various executives that makes up the Student Union Government, we have the departmental heads, we have the course coordinators. In all the various departments, you have a lecturer that is in charge of that department, who is also the course coordinator. So if you have an issue at your departmental level, you don't need to rush to the provost or rush to the registry to go and complain. The first line of communication will be your class rep. When lecture starts, you are going to nominate or elect a class representative and an assistant that will be in charge of your class. So when there are issues that concerns your class, either as regards the courses or the practicals, then the first point of contact will be for you to complain to your class rep or your class representative and the assistant. And then if they cannot sort it out for you, then they push it forward to the next line of communication, which is your course coordinator. If your course coordinator cannot handle it, then they push it to the head of department. If the head of department cannot handle it, they push it to the dean of the school. And then likewise, as you are trying to harness this level of this channel of communication, you also have the other level that you can also make use of. You have the Student Union Government, you have your departmental representative, you have the state association if you have an issue that concerns your state of origin as regards bursary and some other things as concerns your state. You have the various religious heads. You have the fellowships, you have the various societies and clubs that you have on campus. But please and please make sure that any society or club or organization that you are going to join and you are going to be a member of must be an association or a group that is registered by the college. Any association that is not registered, then you cannot fully associate with such a group. Cultism on campus is not tolerated and is not allowed.
What you need when you come for registration in the library, you don't need to bring any money, you know. You are nice people in the library. What you need is your form, that is you collect from your department, and that form must be signed by the assistant registrar, so-called. You bring the signed form with the photocopy and 2 passport photographs. So that's why we entitle you to library ID cards and 2 borrower's tickets. The library ID card will enable you to have access to our facilities in the library, while borrower's ticket will enable you to borrow 2 books at a time, and that book must be returned at due date. You know, we have many rules and regulations. That borrower's ticket and your library ID card, you will take that one for 2 years, and after the end of your course, it is our property. You have to return it when you are coming for your clearance. On failing to produce it, it attracts fine. Then the books that I told you that you have access to when you borrow, you must return. If you don't return, it attracts fine also. Because it has happened to some of you that a student paid about 10,000 naira fine. Because he said, I don't know, I still need the book. I don't know, I should come and renew. If you have used a book for 2 weeks, you can come back and renew if you still want to use that book, instead of you to keep it in the hostel.
I want to advise that your success in this college starts now. The fact that you are here listening to all that we have been saying means that you are serious, and I hope that you will take to heart all that you have been advised. Your decision to have either a distinction, upper credit, lower credit, pass, or to be sent out of the college starts now. So I'm encouraging you all to start and hit the ground running from the very first day. Have time for your studies, that's why you are here. That's the most important thing for you to do. That's your main goal, to live here with your certificate. Plan your study time, do your assignments promptly, and take your notes. Prepare your notes. As had been said earlier, we have different strengths. Some people have very, photogenic brains. Before you even hear, before you see, you are already committed to your memory. Some have to read and read and read. Whatever your strength, know your style of learning and take advantage of the time that you have now to start early. Monitor your academic progress. At the end of this exercise, some people will come and teach you and explain to you how to calculate your CGP. Do that as early as possible at the end of every semester so that you can improve yourself. It's never too late to improve on your performance. If you are not meeting up to your expectation, to your set goals, make necessary adjustments and do it on time.
To stay on campus, act wisely and mentally balanced. You need to be physically fit. If you are physically fit, then it's easy for you to strike balance between your academic and sport as well. In fact, to move from Lagos campus here to Abuja campus over there, if you are not physically fit, you won't enjoy it. And if you are physically fit and mentally balanced, then you can triumph in your academic endeavor. So that's why you need exercise. And if you look at your timetable, on every Wednesday, between 4 to 6, it's fixed for you, so that you can join us at Border Field to exercise yourself and participate in any of the game of your choice. So check your timetable 4 to 6. And no any lecturer, I repeat, no any lecturer should fix a course for you between that time. Whether should fix course for you, please report to the sport unit. And that sport unit, at the back of this auditorium, there's a study building there. We call it entrepreneurship building. At the up there, you will see an office labeled sport unit. You can get there at any time and put down your name and any complaint. If you want to participate in any of the sports, you can get there and put down your name. And if you see me at anywhere on campus, you can approach me as well and put down your name. And we have a lot of games for you to participate in.
One or two things concerning your stay in the college. The first thing is the importance of the student union. I'm not the president just for being there. I'm here for you, and we are here because of you. We emerge the post because of students, not for ourselves glory. Please, if there is any pressing issues in our forest department, let's communicate to the right channel, which is the student union executive. We have forest student union executive in every department. If you are in ND1, you have student union executive in ND2s. If you are in HND1, you have student union executive in HND2. Please and please, if there is any issues, don't take laws into your hand. Please and please, there are a lot of instances. It is good to have grievances, and don't let us meet rights and privileges. If you are being given there go far different between rights and privileges. Rights, you can claim it, but privilege, it can be taken away from you if you misuse it. And the second thing is about our hall of residence. Please and please, let's maintain it. Those of you that are staying in hostel, be it Bora or main hostel, please don't vandalize the school property. Because I learned a lot that when you guys are leaving your hostel, you might break the louvers, disconnect the wires and everything like that. And if you look at the economy of the country right now, things are getting expensive every day. And all the amendment of things that are begun in the school, they are all based on our school fees and all.
Go sir! Go sir! Go sir! Thank you very much.
Once students gain admission into any institution, it's a new environment for them. They are crossing over from the high school and their secondary school to a high institution. So at that particular point in time, they are new to the environment. So orientation basically is to make them to be aware, to know everything about the environment of the school, one. Number two, for them to pursue academic excellence in the right way. In a nutshell, they should know everything about the school, and the school also should know some things about them so that they'll be able to sail through without any hitch as a journey on in academic pursuits. Well, there's another thing under the leadership of Dr. Adekoya Owosibo. There's something we know that once you give students instruction, somehow along the line, many of them may not hear, they may not heed to the advice and everything. So we have also put some things in place. Like this orientation is one of its kind. The very first time we're going to have this, we have brought different professionals that can talk to them about different issues, about that are facing them, and they have opportunity of asking questions. So that one, I'm sure, is going to go a long way. Another thing is that we're not just going to have a one-off thing. Along the line, during the semesters and the sessions, we're going to still have repetitions of this so that they will be able to, once you repeat again and again, I know it's going to sink. We're going to have a better outcome. I believe so. I believe so.